Today my audience is my mom and my youngest sister. Alright. Good evening, all family and friends, dear ones, to Ashlyn and John. And with that, I know that some of you have traveled so far just to be here today, and I know that Mr. and Mrs. Fisher and Mr. and Mrs. Shepherd, family to both Ashlyn and John, wanted to say that they are beyond thankful that you did make the journey to be here today to celebrate with us for Ashlyn and John's special day. So for those of you who may not know, my name is Madison, and I am the one and only best friend to the striking bride, Ashlyn, and I have the privilege of being her maid of honor today. Well, actually, we've been waiting to be one another's maid of honor for quite some time, ever since we called dibs on being one another's maid of honor in the 6th grade. So, but first, before I get to share a little bit about Ashlyn, hasn't today just been so lovely, almost like the fairy tale weddings that Ashlyn and I would plan on the bus on the way to school. So first, to take you on a little journey of Ashlyn and I's friendship, we met the summer before 2nd grade when my family moved in next door to Ashlyn's family. And I can remember not wanting a thing to do with the weird redheaded girl next door, and since I've moved in, I really can't remember life without Ashlyn. So I can remember Ashlyn coming over and knocking on the door to see if I could come outside and play, and this would be followed by me whining and complaining and mouthing to my mom, no, I don't want to. And she would negotiate, saying that if I went outside for 45 minutes and I was nice, then I could come back inside. Well, this went on for about 2 weeks, but it eventually turned into Ashlyn and I being inseparable, and we've really been the best of friends since then. Ashlyn and I have went to school together all the way through junior college, and then we were even determined to have the same major, go to the same school, be roommates, and then have all of our classes together, which then we were told by our parents is not realistic, and you have to be your own people. And God, which was really upsetting, but God did have other plans. So I actually take full credit for today because I alone introduced the now Mr. and Mrs. And for Ashlyn, I would say it was like love at first sight. Ashlyn and I were super involved at a life group that met on Bradley's campus every Thursday night. And next to the building where we met was this little pizza shack. And I can remember one evening as we were walking to life group, Ashlyn made eye contact with this super cute, as she relayed over to me, pizza guy through the window. And I didn't really think much of it, but then again, the next Thursday when we went, he was there again, and Ashlyn just would not stop talking about this guy. And she convinced me into going and getting pizza one Thursday night after life group. And it wasn't anything but evident that she just wanted to talk to this guy. And for a few weeks, every Thursday night, we would go in and have pizza. And their conversation was limited to an ordering conversation. But eventually they hit it off. John asked Ashlyn on their first date not to the pizza place, but then one thing led to another, and they're here today, and they have a undeniable, contagious love, and since they began dating, I've just gotten to watch Ashlyn bloom into the woman that she is today. John really brings out every good thing about Ashlyn. She is more on fire for the Lord, and they really complement one another. Through watching their relationship, it is evident that they want to not only serve the Lord, but they want to serve each other, and they want to serve others around them. So even though I'm technically older than her, Ashlyn has always been somebody for me to look up to. She is as even-keeled, warm, and friendly as it gets. She shows grace in areas where I know that I couldn't, and she always has a way of making life's circumstances just seem so lighthearted. Her sister Joanna would always say growing up that there just isn't an uncompassionate bone in her body, and I never really knew for a long time what that meant, and I think now that we're older I can tell and I can see that in her. Ashlyn growing up was actually picked on for being too nice, which was not a problem that I had. So she has a lot going for her. But beyond her lovely personality, she really is just a woman, an example of what being a woman after God's own heart is. And her faith in the Lord is so deep, and she radiates Christ's love everywhere that she goes. And for that reason alone, John is just so lucky, and I'm just so proud to call Ashlyn one of my best friends. And lastly, for John, today you get to take my sweet friend as your forever bride. And I know because of how much she means to me that she must mean the world to you. I know that you will always look after her, you will always put her first, and that you will pray for her each day. I cannot wait to watch your guys' love story continue to unfold, and I'm so thankful that I've gotten to be a part of it this far. And with that, let's just give a toast to the newlyweds.